What they do?
Hello, y'all. Welcome to. Is this on Talk and Talk? I guess it is, right? I guess it's on Talk and Talk.
I mean, I guess I'm a Western otaku for the subject matter. I guess.
Yeah, I feel like we can swing it. It works close enough. It's definitely not vamp and chill. Dang, I got like 5 alerts on my phone at the same time. This is what I be talking about.
You called it. You jinxed it.
I was like, as soon as I go live, I'm gonna get like 3 phone calls.
And 2 of your babies gonna come downstairs.
All my kids everybody gonna be hungry. Like the cat's gonna want to eat. Like it's gonna happen. But hello, finale. Dang, y'all can Deja Green.
Like hot. Swinging.
Hot.
Dang.
Deja just put the hot in Hot D with that tape. I think I sent out the alert for Twitch that Hot D was trash. He didn't hear it. That was the alert. So I mean, I guess people gonna come in hot because I was hot after watching the episode. But we gonna get
yeah, we are.
My first question before we get into the subject matter is: how many times have you watched Mamushi?
Oh,
I know you've been out of town. So
12. Oh, girl, I watched it as it dropped in my hotel room.
Right, I definitely watched it when it dropped.
I was waiting.
I watched it like 3 more times for the story.
For the story. For the plot. For the plot, bitch.
For the plot.
Plot.
I've just been watching it casually, like twice a day, like a vitamin, like a supplement, like you just twice a day with milk.
Right. It's like once it came out, your body went through immediate withdrawals.
And then now we have to maintain. So yes,
right.
I just had to ask you that because it's so.
That was such a hot video. It's good. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. The concept for the full video kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting this whole rush hour choose your.
For some reason, I kind of felt like maybe brothel when I saw the snippet of it with the tattoos, and then I think I saw the black and white, the guy walking in. I was like, "Nah, she would have been a brothel."
I mean, but I'm thinking before I seen any kind of promotion or behind the scenes for it. I think just in my brain for Mamushi, I thought something different.
Kind of like around Tokyo, like stunting, kind of looking cute, kind of stuff.
Absolutely. But I mean, I think we talked about this earlier, and I'm so happy we didn't get like a Captain Hook. I don't want you just like, me and my friends bopping around Tokyo. You can do that in a hottie video on YouTube. Not a full music video, but it was good. She always giving themes.
I had that in mind when I saw it. I was like, I know Twan's happy because it's not what you want. I mean, it would have ate either way. Even if we got a little dance number in the streets of Tokyo, it still would have been cute. I'm still keeping my fingers crossed for Otaku Hot Girl because I just wanted to get a video.
Please.
If we get one at Shibuya Station, like I just wanted it to happen.
She said she has an announcement on her Instagram, her latest Instagram post. She said they'll keep running it up. I think it's at like 5 million views now.
Yeah, that's got a lot of views. I don't even know.
And she said she has a big announcement, so keep running it up. So I'm hoping she's like back to back.
She gets the memo. Girl. Yeah, hopefully she gets the memo. She looks so good. Anyway, hello Vodka. They ready, so let's go ahead. We're not gonna stall too long because there's a lot to talk about and nothing at all, which is my main this whole fucking episode because it was 1 hour and 22 minutes or so,
and it was like for why. It truly was for why. Somebody said this is the longest teaser trailer for a season I've ever seen.
Because that's what it was. And they get on my nerves. Like, I don't ask for y'all. This is going to be the longest episode again. Don't give me the longest episode y'all have ever done if y'all don't have anything to fucking give me. I didn't ask.
And their excuse for it was not it.
What was the excuse again? Because it's been like a week. And I'm just kind of like, I was getting triggered putting together the fucking thumbnail. So
they were saying, because, without giving any spoilers, there's another scene or battle that takes place, and they were like they want to give it the time and the space it needs. I'm like,
but what about my time?
Right, that part. what about me? What about the viewer?
Right,
because don't nobody want your apologies after we done sat this whole time revved up. Because keep in mind, even me that saw the leaks,
right,
well, I was still missing a good chunk of the episode. Remember I told you, like, now that I saw the full thing, I realized there was a couple of scenes
that I'm missing.
Bitch, I'm thinking I'm missing a full battle at the end. Because for what I saw, I was like, okay, we setting the scenes, we getting ready, we having dinner conversations over some meat and berries, trying to strategize and whatnot. And then that whole conversation with Allison, I was like, oh, stuff is about to pop. And we get what we got, which was a montage at the end.
Because, like, I wasn't expecting a battle because I know they like to take their time with like pivotal battles and stuff sometimes. So I was like, we're definitely not getting that, which is also still annoying.
Because you knew that?
Because y'all could have just gave us the fact that they didn't give us 10 episodes. I started to get a feeling that they felt like this was the place to cut it off. Like, we're going to cut it off here. We don't want to get into a battle at the end of the season. We won't have enough time to give a pivotal battle, I feel like, which is what we're moving to. I just feel like they more than likely wouldn't attack that, especially because we were only getting 8 episodes. I just did not see that happening. So that was fine, but like, bitch, we couldn't get what's her name is Sheep Stealer. Like, we couldn't get a flying montage of Helena ass finally getting on Dreamfire. Like, we got that far off fucking shot after we ain't seen this space cadet bitch. I'm sorry. Sorry, I just felt myself like, let me calm down. I mean, was this the one where Aegon was burning up them people? That was like my favorite part of the episode. I enjoyed the screams of terror. I think I sent that to you.
I mean, like, but even that girl,
I wanted to see him burn it though.
That's what I'm saying. It was like we saw the aftermath with Vhagar.
Yeah,
musty ass mouth just breathing into the camera. And that's it.
I needed to see a dragon doing something in action. Let me catch up with these comments before we get too far. They had Daemon doing all that I'm the king the whole season. Just to bend the knee as soon as Rhaenyra in his face because he saw this prophecy that's pointless because Game of Thrones fucked it up. Which is like, we gonna get into I'm gonna start it because it was extra nothingness. I feel like the only thing I remember is father chewing out his father. So he's talking about Corlys' son chewing out Corlys because we talked about that. Snack said, I knew we weren't getting that battle too much with it. Yeah, I figured it was pivotal. Everything's, when you start seeing all the chess pieces move into a place in Game of Thrones, you're like, okay, this is gonna be a big one. I've always wondered why give her a giant dragon if she don't use it.
Who got a giant dragon? Because it ain't Daenerys. I mean, it ain't
Helena.
Oh, Helena.
Dragons, yeah. Because she got Dreamfire is pretty big, right?
Dreamfire is definitely big. Yeah. I thought you were talking about
tell from the one shot we got of. Well, that was Dreamfire flying above the army in that close.
No, that was Tessarion.
Who was that?
Helena's son, other son. Darion.
Cause I'm finna to motherfucking cuss, bitch. I'm about to fucking cuss right now. I'm finna end alive. I'm really finna end alive. Like, I want to just turn my fucking computer off. The way I want to cut my shit off right now, because how the fuck was I supposed to know that?
Yeah, I mean, because I think his dragon is supposed to be like blue and red, or like Spider-Man dragon or something like that. I don't know. I don't know how you're supposed to know, especially because you never saw a rider. You just saw the dragon flying above.
I never seen. We didn't get a picture of who was on the fucking dragon. Tessarion, that sounded made up. I don't even know.
You lying?
That sounded like lying, ain't you? I was like, my cousin from the west side. So, I'm so upset. Jamarcus. That's what it sounded like to me. He was like, that was Jamarcus on the dragon. Jamarcus? I don't remember him. The Alicent Rhaenyra should have never happened. So did that not happen in the books? I'm curious. The writers actually for making this some type of relationship in the source material. There was no relationship. It did seem strange. I just feel like they should have kissed. If y'all gonna just be adding stuff, I would have preferred her and Alicent just had that kiss that she had with the other girl.
Really?
That shit would have been hot. Because the way they interviewed, I just need to see them two kiss. That's all I want.
It would have been. The chemistry would have probably bled out. But I would just been very curious as to how we get here, considering child death and whatnot.
if they really had, because they're making it seem like they had this deep connection, like this unspoken thing between them. I mean, they're just making it feel that way. Yeah. Like with how she felt comfortable going to her and she felt comfortable coming. They just keep coming to each other in the middle of this fucking war, like just so sure that the other one's not going to do anything. Like it just makes it feel like they know that they had something in the past. Like it feels more like we had a thing in the past and we had this shared something.
I mean, they definitely would have had the setup for it, because some of the way Millie was looking at her young Alicent was definitely like very lustful. It felt like, even though, you know, sorry, pause, these are children, but
they were like both like around the same age, I think.
Absolutely. And she was like that one scene where I think it was the opening scene where she flew in on her dragon and she got off, and Alicent, Rhaenyra was like, you know, there's room for two. And she was like, I'd prefer to watch. Like, and the way she looked at her was like, so they lesbians.
They definitely had that energy. Like, they definitely practice kissing on each other. You can't convince me otherwise. They definitely like practice kissing or something. It's just giving that. I don't know. So, and then she's talking about, can we run away together, basically, which is also very
very much. I'm not going to do that with Cole, but I would do it for you.
Right, like it was giving very like, let's run away together and go where, bitch. Still,
that is true too.
Yeah, so I don't know, that was weird, but I guess we'll start going, I guess, through the episode.
I mean, this one is, I ain't gonna lie to you, for all of the defending I have been doing of this show as a fan of just this lore in general, this is not the finale that this show needed. It just wasn't. Like, I get set up and I get like, you know, I guess, you know, pacing yourselves, whatnot, but it's just like people have been so underwhelmed.
It's so underwhelming with
this whole season, besides maybe 2 episodes. And it's like, to give us such an underwhelming finale is just like, are y'all trying to make this successfal? Like, are you really trying to make this
8 of Game of Thrones? But I'm like, bitch, that's season 8.
I was about to say, right, that is season 8. And I can't quite give it that, because we still got more chances to redeem versus 8, which was like, here, bitch.
Right.
And then just, you know what I mean?
And it was like 8 seasons in of like,
right.
I can, if we're 8 seasons in, you have a little lull, I can ride for that, because I can understand that sometimes it's gonna happen. Like Outlander has a season like that. It's like, but you've been giving me 7 solids. I'm not gonna trip. This is season 2 after a 2-year wait.
Right.
So I don't know. I am not happy. So we're just gonna loosely talk about it based on try to go in order of the sequence of events. And when I tell you I was glazed over for part 1 of this finale, if we talking about 3 parts, like when they were that Lannister dude, was that how we started?
Let me tell you, two whole big sections of this show that could have been cut and made room for so much more was definitely this Tyrion Lannister storyline, and definitely sorry, I'm laughing because Adrian cracked me the fuck up. He said Rhaena was out in the woods and I ran to die of hunger. Who the fuck is my
Let's get away.
But no, really, like, we could have really cut all this searching and stuff for next season, maybe, you know, or make her scene just a little bit smaller, because it's like, I was getting so tired of watching this girl just run with it was so anticlimactic. Then you see the dragon.
No backpack.
I mean, I felt like a very spur of the moment decision when she decided to make that hardcore right.
But like, is this supposed to be giving, I'm just obsessed with this dragon, like, as far as their bond, like she's obsessed with it and it's just like driving her crazy? Because how you don't take water though? Because I understand you rushing out, but I've been late to work to get my coffee, so I don't understand how we rushing so bad we don't get drinks and sustenance. I just don't believe that exists.
I think for her, I don't think it's the dragon itself she's obsessed with. I think it's the idea of her being powerless and quote unquote useless and not doing something in this great war. You know, I feel like she knows there's a dragon out there now. She's leaving the Vale to go to another place to continue her babysitting duties. And she's just like, bitch, there's a dragon out there and I'm about to leave this area. I might not get this chance again. So she said, whoop, and took off. That's what I think happened.
The grown woman not telling her to take some water. That whole scene where she was like, I didn't realize how long. Because once again, I guess it's not cool anymore to give us time references. And you know how like back in the day, they used to get, 3 hours later or something. I had no idea how long this girl has been seeking this dragon, because I have no idea how much time is passing ever. So when she like ran for the water, like she had been doing this for 2 days, 3 days.
Yeah, that's
a little
true,
campfire scene would have been cute.
Yeah, something. I was hoping that she would come upon it in a much more badass way. Like you just running.
Shots. I don't know if maybe this was just one day and she was just thirsty from climbing a mountain, or was it like 2 days? She got to be
thirsty, girl. She out there risking all that ringworm. That dragon poop.
I don't know. It was just really hard because it was all one day shot. It feels like she found it in a day, but then they
was like judge it based off how much soot she has on her face, how much dirt.
Yeah, which is where is that from? Where was that from?
I couldn't tell you, girl. We never saw it. We never saw
Run across. Was that just dirt? Because it's just weird.
I don't know.
She like ran up on Sheep Stealer one time before and it like blew fire her way, and then she had stood on her face from like that, and then she kept pursuing it. Like that would have been cute,
and that would have showed even so much more resolve. Like I really wanted her to have a moment in this episode. Like like she met the dragon, and also Sheep Stealer's design is crazy. I love the way Sheep Stealer looks. If I'm gonna give it, if I'm gonna give it something, I'm gonna give it. Yeah, and I love the fact that is this like the only dragon that's wings kind of curl in at the top?
A Lamborghini, but the other way.
It was so good. It was so good.
It should eat her. There was no payoff.
You know what? I'm not even gonna be mad at that.
Toby said, I run after water like that on a hot afternoon. No need for 3 days. I guess it was hot outside. I don't know. But that's been my issue the whole season, like glazing over stuff that I just feel like they can give a little bit more time to breathe. Like this is supposed to be a big moment for her. She's supposed to be obsessed with it. This is like, her Elsa moment, into the unknown. And I just feel like rather than seeing this Lannister with this chick mud wrestling,
oh my God.
We could have seen, I wouldn't have minded a little bit of a montage of her just like looking for it. Like I said, running up on Sheep Stealer one time, maybe camping overnight or something. Like I wouldn't mind seeing a little bit of her journey chasing down Sheep Stealer. Like that wouldn't have bothered me as much because I understand how important that would be to the story versus like, I don't know what's up with this Lannister guy. I'm assuming maybe it's important to the story. I mean, he got the army on their side, I guess, but
well, they now have a way to combat Corliss's fleet. Right.
Right. Which I understood why he was there, but him being a not important like character we've been following like that, it just felt weird to spend all this time with him and this chick versus
in the finale.
Right, in the finale versus Rhaena.
Right. No, 100% versus anybody else, to be honest.
Versus anybody else, yeah.
I would have rather that time went to Aemon and his freaking out something other because I don't care about Tylan. I just don't. Like I don't even dislike him enough to like.
I know nothing about this man.
Right. He's no Jaime. He's no Cersei. He's not Tywin. Is it Tywin, right? Their dad. Like he's no Lannister of importance to me.
He probably important later.
This much screen time. I mean, yeah, but don't give somebody this much of a finale spot. That's all.
Star him in season 3. They could have started it in season 3. With all the stuff that happens in this time period, HBO should have greenlit 5 seasons from the jump, and then cancel it if it got too expensive. Like, are they just greenlighting it one season at a time? Is that kind of why the showrunners are kind of?
Well, I think they said now that it will be 4 seasons.
Okay.
Like point blank period. I'm pretty sure. So that's all we get in.
Not excited about it. Based off what they're choosing to use their time for. But we got that whole segment of him with the chick who apparently in the book was not a chick. It was a dude.
Yeah, apparently it was a dude.
Okay.
Now I don't know too much about this storyline at all.
Yeah, it just felt like throwing a lot of us that like even if something was fascinating about the culture or the people, I just didn't want to figure that out in season 2 finale.
Yeah, it was. I mean, I did immediately enjoy the setting switch. You know, it's a much brighter place. It was random ass monkey.
Yeah,
your dumb ass was like, she said, "Bitch, that's my girl. That's Alice."
Every time I see an animal walk across the screen, I just have decided it's Alice ass because she's a ward. I just decided she was the fucking monkey. Anytime I see an animal that's not a dragon, I'll be like, that's her. She everywhere.
Her. And I don't put it past you. It'll give her a little bit more meat to what's going on.
How she know all this? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really have much to say about this at all.
No. We can go to
Tyler. Okay, cool. I genuinely did not care the entire time.
Singing ass in there and be like, "You want to come home and fuck my wives?" That would be more interesting.
Because it's like, what do we do? I feel like the only big thing for Tyler is he got tested and he mustered up the resolve to punch a woman.
It was very like Jamie. Was it supposed to like get a call back to Jamie versus Brienne? That's the only thing I thought that maybe that's why they thought that we would find it like, haha, he's doing the same thing his descendant ended up doing, like the mud fight against the chick, and like that was the only thing I thought that maybe they thought we would find that cute, but I was like, not in the season finale, girl.
Yeah. Like, are you saying that now? I did not think of that at all. And I'm like, okay, yay, you got that.
That's cute, but not in the
that's literally it. Like, even the actress that, no shade, sorry, whoever you are. Even the actress that was playing that new character, I was just like, okay. Like, I wasn't into the character either.
Yeah, like,
I don't know. It just felt like,
oh, this person's important. So, like, once again, they feel like they're doing the show for people who have read the books. And it's like, but you can't do that. Like, it needs to make sense.
Yeah.
For the people who haven't read the book as well. Like, take us on the journey. Versus, like, I was just like, why they like doing all these zoom in shots of this chick? Like, who is she, bitch? I'm so angry.
Really?
Ooh, do one more close up. Anyway, where do we go after?
We jump from that to Aegon. And Aegon is giving this black man, taking care of him, his flowers. You're a good man. You're a good
man, Savannah. That man just be trying to make it home.
That man, right? He's trying to make it through the day. Don't be pulling me into this business. Don't be asking me no questions about Aegon's succession. Don't be asking me about your little abortion and your tea.
Nobody saying I came here to work. I don't need nobody saying I was plotting. The hell. Allison is way too important to the filmmakers. I feel like she got as much time as Allison this season. We gonna get to it.
No, really though, and like for Damon's journey in Harrenhal to be what it was, I still think Alice got a little too much screen time. Like, yes, I guess she was like pivotal in his navigation. I thought they was gonna fuck or something. I'm like, why they keep that? I did too. I thought she was gonna betray him.
Like something. I mean, it was. I guess.
I got what I wanted out of Damon in this episode, right at the end of it, but I did not like. I don't know. I just felt like everything in this show felt anticlimactic.
Yeah.
Even what I wanted to happen.
Nothing. They give us nothing.
Come on, Hillary Duff.
Give us nothing, girl. That's what it felt like. So we got. What did we get? I'm sorry, I can't remember where we was. What happened?
Yeah, so pretty much Aegon is being confronted by Clubfoot, and he's pretty much being like, run away from me.
Which I liked. He said, Twan, you deserve jail for that t-shirt.
Fusion. Ha!
So much. Where did you get this demonic shirt from?
I got it from Anime Matsuri.
I knew it was you. I ain't never seen that shirt before, and now I'm like, I know you got it this past weekend. Just the
no, I just like keep in mind, I am fully Shao Tucker Must Die. Like, I didn't even realize what I did. That's a movie. John Tucker Must Die. Shao Tucker Must Die. I'm fully like not president of that, but like treasurer of that club, right? But at the same time, when I saw this shirt, I was like, I need to incite violence wherever I go with this shirt.
Working. So it's definitely working.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You're terrible.
But pretty much Clubfoot was like, Run away with me. You know, we'll
Everybody's
have our
running away with
time.
everybody. Just
everybody is. That's the theme of this show is run away with me.
But I actually like that. Because, like, surprising to myself, I enjoyed Lawrence. I've enjoyed him his scenes with Aegon like more than I thought I would. I don't know if it's just because the actor who's playing him is convincing enough that I'm like actually immersed in it when he's doing it. So I actually that was a good payoff for me. I actually enjoyed. Well, we didn't get the payoff to the end, but I did enjoy anytime those two were on the scene. Like, I definitely was tapped in.
Yeah, he's doing, honestly, as far as immersion, he's definitely a creep. I definitely don't want the best for him, but he's eating his role, and I am very much so interested in what he has up his sleeve, like what he's planning.
I'm most interested in him. Like, he's giving me, he's really one of the few people that's giving me that old Game of Thrones. Like, I want to see where this goes. It's not about if I like what he's doing, but I can feel that he has a plot. And I want to see what it is. Like, he's really one of the main ones that's giving that energy for me.
I mean, in Aegon, even though I also hate him to his core, seeing him going through those motions, like laying up in that bed, looking around the room, like really trying to be like, you can put me on the throne, I'll do X, Y, and Z. Is like, sir, it's not going to work out how you think it's going to. But him, like, I guess, realizing what Clubfoot is saying. What is his name? Laris? I keep calling him Clubfoot.
Yeah. I want to call him Lowry, like the seasoning, but I know it's not his name.
That could be his new nickname. Lowry's. Lowry's is the reason you're still alive, Aegon. So you need to be very much, I would be listening to everything he says. Granted, he's obviously, I think, trying to solidify himself as far as being close to power too. And he thinks this is probably his best shot. So,
and he's I'm out of King's Landing, which is absolutely still a good plan, regardless. Like,
what do you think they're gonna go? What did they say they're gonna go?
On a romantic getaway to where's that place? Dorne.
Dorne.
Where the Dornish people did? I don't know.
So him and Thailand are gonna switch places.
Yeah, I think that was in my house. Wait, you got sounds too? Because I had sounds.
Yeah, sound like somebody tried to open my door.
Oh, okay.
Come up in here, bitch. I got a sword.
The show is so bad that any moments of human connection are more impactful. And the show was so bland, I would listen to an hour of Aemon being babied by a prostitute. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I liked Aegon's little speech about his sausage exploding. You know, I had some sausages the other day.
That was wild.
Because I like when my sausages split.
Look, just a little burst.
Just
I don't want it to completely
because
I want that snap myself when I bite into it. You know what I mean?
You know, I don't like when they like burst open and then curl. That's like too like a little pop out of shoulders.
Yeah,
that's like perfect.
And then the sizzle of the juice leaking out to me. But he said exploded, and I immediately clutched myself. Because I was like, can you imagine
montage, like a nuclear bomb going off, but just like a like.
Yeah, give me something metaphorical. Don't actually show me this
metaphorical
pedo whacker exploding. But like that, it kind of makes sense to me, I guess. Like the heat is just so overwhelming in that Valyrian steel that shit says. Sorry, sir.
Ooh, and so he don't have a urethra. Not me being a nurse, can't remember the word.
A urethra Franklin. He don't got
urethra. Because he said his pee go down his leg.
I mean, my brain is just a little hole.
I don't know. I thought way too hard about this. Because if it was my patient, I would just put a little catheter or something. Like, why y'all?
I don't know if they have that. Like, what would they do though? Like, because keep in mind this is back in the day.
I'm just asking.
I don't think so, to be honest. No, they all be drinking out of goblets.
Like a little twisty straw.
No, baby. They don't got that. They're going to have to fashion something, whatever they can throw together.
They are very, they be figuring out. They've treated, apparently 4th degree burns to more than half of your body, which you should be dead.
That is true.
But they can't put nothing in his body so his pee don't have to run down his leg.
But also, what's the time? Like you are very right. We need timelines because from where Aegon was to where he is at the end of this episode, What is the timeline? His wounds
look good.
I don't know about good, but
no, he looks for a burn victim. He looks great with no surgery. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I wish they would have just been like, it's magical cabbage leaves, bitch, or you gotta use dragon skin to heal a dragon burn. Can we get something? It's just like unrealistic, bitch. Like, you know,
yeah, it's definitely taking me out of it.
It's taking me out of it because I'm like, these are 3rd-degree burns. He should be dead. Do you know what kind of care a person has to get in a burn? This is me being a nurse, so I just always assume I'm just doing too much. But I'm just like,
this is dragon fire. This ain't no regular house fire.
Okay, I guess they're like, he's a Targaryen, so like maybe. But I wish they would have explicitly said that if they were gonna use that. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it needed to be said, like, oh, you're lucky you're a Targaryen because your healing has come along great versus a regular person would be dead immediately. Like, I wish they would have just said something. I don't know. That's like a nitpick, but cabbage leaves.
Right. My cabbages. Right. Let's get out of here with that.
Anyway, so yeah.
Then we get Nikki running through the forest. And the bitches ain't thirsty and dying of hunger.
I just hated her facial expression in that scene. It was a little.
Oh, when she saw him at the end, I did too. I didn't know if I was alone in that.
Her eyes big like the whole time too.
But then when she actually saw him, it felt so comical. When she finally saw him in her eyes, she was like. Yeah, it was much. It
Baby's
was much.
first acting gig.
Yeah. And I don't want that for Raina.
I don't want that for Raina. Out of it a little bit, yeah.
But anyway, that was a brief second, even though she gets at least 2 or 3 more scenes of her running. Then we skip over to Corlys and Rhaenyra, and he's steady playing in her face. Why won't he tell anybody these is his children? Who gonna check you, boo?
First of all, that whole Corlys scene, like, was this supposed to be cute? Was this supposed to move me? Like the whole him naming the ship?
It didn't do nothing for me.
Cause it's always after somebody's fucking dead that y'all want to do all this shit.
And on top of that, you naming the thing you ran away from her and your responsibilities on, baby, I don't want it. I don't want it.
And you named it the queen that never was. Why just naming my name?
I thought it was Ever. It wasn't Never. He gave her the exact same title.
What was it? Ever?
Because the name of the title of the episode is The Queen Who Ever Was.
That doesn't even.
And I only watched the episode once, so
that doesn't even grammatically make sense.
It really don't. The queen who ever was.
The best queen who ever never was. What does that mean? That cannot be the name. Is that the name of the ship?
That's the name of the episode. Let me see if that's the name of the ship.
Please say, because that grammatically makes no sense.
I've given it a name.
I thought he named
the
it
queen. No, he did. He did say the queen who never was. Why did they name the episode that then?
I feel like there was a typo, maybe. I'm
maybe that E is capitalized.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Who make a shit with a name? That's not a good way to honor her, because I feel like that's reducing her life to like.
And it's like I don't even think she really like that. She's of blood and fire, bitch, not of salt and sea. And then on top of that, she was never fucking with you in the ship.
If you really wanted to do something in her honor, you would have burnt the ship.
Burn it. That's what I'm saying. And then on top of that too, I think that not on top of that, but I think the whole purpose of him doing that was to take away his sense of like his ego, I guess, like because that ship was named directly after him. He named his own ship after him. Not Corvus. What was it? The sea serpent? What was it?
Oh yeah, something like it.
Something like that, but it was his nickname essentially, and he renamed it after his wife, which I just felt like empty gesture. I guess that does something for you. Good job.
Everybody's gone now. I'm having a come to Jesus moment. It's too late.
Yeah. Now I want to make Baylor my heir.
We need to start telling people it's too late. I know, like people be grieving and stuff. You be like, it's really too late. You missed the boat, literally. Yeah. You missed it. She was talking.
Yeah. Somebody need to slap him.
Yeah, that did not move me. And he did get cussed out by what's his name, which I appreciated.
Adam.
No, not Adam. The oldest.
Not
son.
Adam.
Father.
All these names. Father.
Father. I just call him Father. I don't know his name.
I'm gonna do that too. But the bald one, the bald Valerian.
Bald head one. Yeah, he got cussed out by him, and I feel like
which was good.
Yeah.
That was some good. That was another character who delivered and I was following his every word because read him. Alan, thank you. Adam and Alan. Yeah, he needed to receive that. Granted, do I think it did anything right now?
No,
that remains to be seen.
He still got on the boat with him.
Yeah, he did. But I think at the end of the day, he's like, I'm gonna keep doing my duty.
They're gonna have it, period. Like, and hopefully it's right before Corliss dies.
I mean, but what if they bump into that fleet?
They are. I mean, you see that coming. They definitely gonna bump into the fleet. And then they'll have a moment. I think they'll have a moment of like fighting together and then like making peace before Corliss dies.
I can't remember because I only seen this episode once. When Corliss and Alan set out, were they by themselves or were they with the fleet?
No, they had some people on the boat with them, I feel like.
But like multiple boats, like that, like Tylen and his girl got.
I feel like it was multiple because they kind of like they like, you know, oh, this them, like they kind of was showing each army and then the fleets of ships. So I feel like
I skipped to it. I'm looking at it now. Girl, I only see one boat out here.
It's just them?
I see them on a boat headed to a bigger boat, but that boat looks very alone.
Okay. They was going out to a bigger boat. Okay. Yeah. Well, they all gonna get fucked up. We already know that.
I'm hoping maybe they get captured or something.
I hope they die.
I don't want to see either. Damn. I don't want to see Alan die. Corliss can probably get gone because she already got her a hand of the king, which is Visaria. Yeah. Let her take that.
Is that how when they became the hand? I missed it. I was glazed over. I'm sure I missed it.
She hasn't become the actual, like, she don't have a pen. There was no like proposition. No, but she's acting as the hand right now, in my opinion. Like the hand is the greatest counsel you have, the person that you have, your right hand man, your Secretary of State. That's what they got going. Your VP, not Secretary of State. Your VP.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. So give it to her. Let his time end, and then Alan gets away and then reaches back to where he needs to go with Rhaenyra. We got them talking, and then we scooch on over to Simon, who honestly, if anybody in this whole show needs to remain safe, it's the Black Maester and the Red Keep, and it's Simon and Harrenhal. Them two just try to make it through the day. Simon is actually a surprising. I did not expect to like Simon. He's the one that crept up out of nowhere. You know what I mean? Like just by
being here.
Make like at any time of the day, he could just like be sleeping and wake up and put a knife to my lip.
Your unhinged husband just over here wreaking havoc at my house, and he just like so happy that when he called her back, like, oh, girl, come get your man. I like,
please. I'm surprised it took that long though. To be honest, that was the first time he sent a raven.
I think he like maybe wanted him to accomplish his mission. You know that he came there for, possibly. Mm-hmm. So maybe he was willing to give him time, but he was like, "Okay, time's up. This is."
But the fact that Simon witnessed that conversation between Damon and Sir Arthur, the guy that she sent over there, that just like showed me even harder how much of a bad decision that was. Why would Rhaenyra send a man that's been challenging her every small council, been playing in her face? Like, you would send him over there like you trust him beyond a measure of a doubt? Like, you know what I'm saying?
This was what was the whole thing, because at first it was like, well, you can't send Jace over there.
I mean, she could have sent Baela at least. That's blood. Yeah. You know what I mean?
She probably could have, yeah.
And she's shown she got fire when it comes to her granddaddy. I would love to see her. Honestly, take all of Rhaenyra's scenes out and give it to Baela, because why is she sitting here in dresses talking to Jace when she need to be out here really pushing shit? I was really excited this season to see Baela do more, and they only gave me that one scene. That one scene.
And then her talking to Corliss, and that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
Giving that thing.
That kind of made me mad.
How far away are these places? Because they make it seem like everything is 2 minutes flight, but she couldn't have flown to Harrenhal. They be acting like them dragons fly real fast. They be feeling like them dragons fly really fast.
I do want to get some. Yeah. Bitch,
And
these are distances.
they are distant, like even though they're right across, like they were showing how far King's Landing is from Dragonstone. I'm like, it'd be looking way closer than it.
Mm-hmm.
Like when it seems like how fast they get there. So I'm not sure. But yes,
yeah, I would like some science on that. I would like a data book. That's what they need to put out.
Sure it is. I'm
Georgia
sure
R. Martin need to put out a data book.
I bet there's somebody out there, or there's already a guide somewhere that tells you how long it will take to fly. Like Game of Thrones people nerd out. I feel like that more than likely exists. But you ain't gonna get it in this raggedy ass show. But anyway, where do we go next?
I really hate that we're at a place where we're dragging this, and rightfully. Like, I really do.
It deserves it.
Yeah, it does. So we get that scene, which I also, it's just like, you should have saw this coming, bitch. Like, he's trying to turn Daemon. I honestly thought it was working, and that's what irritated me too, because I'm like, all of this revelation stuff for what? For him to like actually put his foot down in the ground that he's gonna betray her. But anyway, it skips from that to Aegon. He's once again getting told about these small folks and not giving a damn.
Oh, Aemon, you mean?
Yeah, Aemon.
Aemon, yeah. Aemon do not care about these small folks. He be like, they is small.
I mean, yeah.
Trampling on it.
That's true, but I mean, you saw what happened to. I'm just saying, like, if the small folks all band together and rush that castle, what are y'all gonna do?
Burn them.
If you can make it to your dragon out there on the outskirts.
Well, we'll see.
You know what I mean? Like,
right?
Because Aemon wouldn't have been able to get it to him if they blocked the entrances. If they what he gonna do? Slice through the entire King's Landing?
That's true. I mean, yeah, you got to keep your peasants in line. They serve a purpose beyond just being small folk. Like, they keep things running. They're the workers. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I get it. But Aemon was like, "Girl, I don't care about these folks."
He really don't.
He really don't.
He truly don't.
He was upset. I did like seeing him just like get upset. He was just walking around like pissed off because he realized Rhaenyra had more dragons now. So this was basically, this whole episode was a tantrum, and I loved it. I enjoyed it.
And he had a tantrum right into the room where Alicent and Helena was, and he decided to flex his manhood. He decided that, Helena, you ain't got time to sit here and be talking about rats and drawing pictures and shit and knitting quilts. I need you on a dragon.
Yeah. Tap in. It's the whole
but it is, but she ain't asked for it. And honestly, I feel like if Helena really was like, choose a side, like, I'm gonna give you a dragon here to fly to Dragonstone, or I'm gonna walk you back to your bedroom, which one you choose, I feel like Helena would have chose that dragon.
Oh, Helena's me though, bitch, because I'm definitely not I'm trying to sit the war out.
Yeah. I don't want to burn people.
I don't care about none of this. I was born into this. I could care less. I'm not trying to kill people. So
and then, like, Alicent, this is the time you choose to get loud with Daemon.
She's clearly her favorite.
Absolutely. 100%.
Out of all the kids, because she's like,
I just feel like you waiting too late to be asserting yourself, girl. Like, this should have happened back with Aegon. You should have made your presence as the Queen Regent, with Viserys after his sickness. You should have like cemented your place as the bitch to listen to. Like, you're king, but you're king in status only. You listen to me. I guide you. I am your parent. Shut the hell up. You let them run rampant way too long, and now you choose to get loud and shit. Like, it wasn't gonna land right, for me anyway. But she gave some protest, and he had to concede, at least for now anyway.
Yeah.
And I think that was pretty much it with that scene, right?
Yes, Helena is the most decent. She didn't raise a deer.
She didn't raise Daeron. I mean, she really and as far as raising, like, Alicent's not a Targaryen, right? So I don't know how she just felt so comfortable to let her children marry. I mean, it's gonna take a lot of convincing for my children to be out here fucking each other. I'm sorry. It's just it's
the Targaryen way,
girl. I know, but like,
it's a power grab.
Yeah.
Because if it's like it's supposed to, we know that to definitely not be true anymore because of the bastards riding the dragons. Jay said the mongrels. But previous, before the mongrels got on Dragon.
I'm so glad he wasn't talking about black people. I'm sorry, but it just I really felt like he was talking about black people the first time I heard it.
No, I mean, pre-mongrels riding dragons, it was like, well, you got to keep the blood as pure as possible. So, I mean, I can see it. It's like, eventually your Targaryen kids gonna have to walk up on a dragon and potentially be burnt up. So, like, you're like, okay, I guess if the best chance I got is to have my kids be as pure as possible, I could just totally see them just because of all the lore and the myths surrounding dragon riding. I could just see that being like a big motivational factor in them doing all this stupid inbreeding,
Absolutely. I mean, it is the reason, it is the purpose. So I give it to you. It's just like every time I, as a parent, just
fuck them
my
kids.
Babies. Fuck them kids and fuck you.
She didn't even have them kids in the first place. She was just doing her job. Jace a fool. He rather lose the kingdom than lose reputation. He said them mongrels can't be riding dragons, and honestly, low key, I agree with him. I'm just gonna say that.
And where's the self-reflection, nigga? This is your plan. Yes, not exactly how you seen it, but can't you see how we got here?
Trying to make that his plan. It's not what he said. That's what his mama and her side boo was over there plotting. He didn't say all that. And Rhaenyra actually agreed with him until the girl, she was her hand of the queen was over there convincing her otherwise. Which she also had a good point too. Your own brother's trying to kill you. So bloodline gotta be pure because they're dragon riders. The dragon eventually, yeah. Even if it's not a problem for that generation, eventually it would be a problem. So
true.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
She said, I understand Jace's position. I do get how Jace feels, right? I definitely get his frustration, his complex. I understand that. But at the same time, nigga, look at where y'all are right now. And if you can't provide me with the answer to how we gonna face Vhagar, shut up. Because what do you have? Do you want to take who Jace literally has the smallest dragon there?
Yeah,
just literally has the smallest dragon. So what are we really going to do here?
I think it's one of those Daemon where he has like a high regard for the Targaryen name. I think that was coming into play more so than like winning the war in that moment to some degree. Like, because even after this war, like a Targaryen still going to be on the throne, So like long term, like how does having mongrels ride dragons benefit the Targaryen name? As far as like ruling over other people and the small folk. So like,
I mean, this is an evil thought, but
kind of like, I feel like he just took it from as a Targaryen. Like he's probably been brainwashed this way his whole life. Like, we're Targaryens. So I kind of feel like it was more of a like a Targaryen focused rant more so than like, oh, our side has to win. Just feel
but listen, I'm all about solutions in the here and now. And to be honest with you, if I was really in this world, just to get Jace to shut up, I'd have been like, but they're not invincible, bitch. Let's win this war, and then we can just off their ass and they sleep. Like, if we really want to bring them back, the dragons are going to get over it. They will be bonded again.
We can just burn everybody like Daenerys, who remembered the bastards riding the dragons, and we can just start fresh.
We'll make something up. Like, I don't know. He got too close to another dragon. Silverwind ate his ass up. Oops.
But I do think that, it's going to bite her in the butt, though, like to some degree. I just find it hard to think that, like, all of these people, well, she got 2 who were bastards, right? It was 2 of them, 3 if you include Adam, but he kind of just got picked by the dragon. So I just feel like, but you talking about people who are desperate, like these people were desperate enough to risk dying to dragon fire to get a dragon. So it's like, you can't really trust somebody who's there. Like,
no, absolutely.
So I do feel like it is gonna bite her in the butt.
Because we're skipping over Thailand, because honestly we don't have nothing to say. It's very telling of the way Ulf is acting at this dinner table. And I don't even think that's next, but I just want to talk about it.
Yeah.
He really he was talking way too much. I was a little irritated at Rhaenyra for not like really reining him in, because he act like he owned the bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that was making my skin crawl the whole time. I was like, bitch, this is your weak link right here. Like, I don't have no.
I already just stumbled upon the dragon. Like, you didn't even really do that for real.
Truly. So you can calm down a little bit. Granted, you do have one of the biggest ones, so like, goddamn,
Yeah.
him and Hugh, like you,
Yeah.
like two of these bastard mongrels, you just got out here claiming the biggest dragons. I just don't know how this is gonna play out. I'm hoping that Hugh remains loyal, but it's just like the writing's on the wall with Ulf and Adam. I have no worries about him.
No,
He just seems like
kind eyes.
you talking about your little sweet pillow baby. What's his name? I don't even remember his name anymore from Interview with a Vampire.
Oh, Armand.
Armand. There you go.
Yeah.
This is my sweet baby angel because
kind eyes. They like picked a good actor.
I just started following him on social media, and he's so adorable.
Yeah,
like he just loves being here.
Like, I just love the world we're in now, where people who aren't just like white can be seen as like gentle and kind and soft and like beautiful. Shout out to Assad, and I don't know who plays Adam, but just hearing like just that this dark skinned man was able to give off like this sweet angel baby. I just love that we're here. I just love that because typically, darker features ain't really associated with softness or gentleness. So I just love that.
You know what he gives? He gives me theater kid. Like Adam in the show, the way he speaks, it gives me theater kid.
Oh, I definitely can see him
defying gravity. Yeah. I can hear him singing that in the show.
See him as absolutely. Like he definitely played like Mercutio or something, and he was inspired by the 90s movie or something like that. I just know it's in his past. Like it just feels that way.
Yeah. Right. So and I think that's why she chose to take him to Harrenhal with her, because number one, it's Eyes of the Dragon, but also that's the one that she feels the closest to so far anyway out of everybody. Like I went back and rewatched
He's been by her side almost since, because he was down there when she was with Vermithor, like when she was he was down there too, so he's basically like been at her side since, and I just love it.
Yeah,
I trust
wait till she finds out that
if he's
related.
Turned on her,
that would be a gag. That would be a gag.
I would not.
Now, if this was all subterfuge and this was all a misdirect for Adam to do it, oh my god,
they've been very heavy-handed and straightforward. I don't see it as a misdirect because I just feel like they would be so heavy-handed like they are with Ulf. Like he's clearly gonna betray her. It just feels like he's clearly gonna betray her. Like they're so heavy-handed with things.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can't see it. Adam.
Oh no, Rhaenyra. I don't want to see that. No, I'm thinking about it. I don't want to
betray
see
her or the dragon.
No, just Rhaenyra getting anything else bad. Like she already had her crown taken. She already had two children taken.
No, that's coming.
Oh my god.
I don't know what the next blow is gonna be, but something's coming.
I just want to see her smile more. Like when she smiled at Adam when she realized he was on her side, and when she did that little smirk with Vermithor, those two moments felt so good because I'm like, finally, she's winning.
And speaking of that little moment with Damon, that was cute too.
Yeah,
that was cute.
Is.
When she
Midnight Snack said, "Well, hold your bra strap." Okay,
that direct smile. Like, I hate you, Baka, because I really cannot. See it now. Where was it you that said they got the same smile? Yeah.
No, it was not me. I think you said that to me. Oh,
you said in the chat that she got the same smile. I don't think Rhaenyra is going to be the queen at all. Her rule won't be long. I feel like they alluded to that talking about somebody who had a short rule. I don't think she's gonna be queen.
Because they don't think she's ever gonna take the throne back.
No, because to me, they're setting it up that this is a generational like fight or something like this. Like this is gonna span generations. Like it just feels like the way they're moving past the first gen people who started it. She's also in that group, so I just don't see that happening.
I want her to have one. I want her to at least be able to take it back for a little bit. Like I want to see her on the throne with the crown, even if it's too much of responsibility for her, even if she ends up becoming queen and not doing well at all. Like I just want to see her win it once. The same way I felt about Daenerys. If Daenerys would have died and never sat on the throne, or never at least stood in front of the throne. Yeah, like at least give me that moment, please.
The only thing that made me feel that way is that whole "let's run away together" thing. Typically, if someone's like "let's run away together," like someone gets that offer and they don't turn it down, like they turn it down. It's typically just kind of like to me a writing clue that there is we're in a tragedy now. Like if you're talking about writing schema, like that's typically hinting you that you're dealing with a tragedy more so than anything. So I just don't see her actually getting what she wants.
I'm gonna have to suck it up and deal with it if she don't. I mean, keep in mind, I'm still watching Game of Thrones content after season 8 finale, so it shows you how much I'm willing to hang in there. You know, so I mean, it is what it is.
Thrones 10 years of my life, so you know.
Yeah, at this point in time.
So what if the dance is 2 years and Damon saw it in his vision? I mean, the dance is 2 years. I don't think the fight is gonna span over generations. I just think it will go through generations. Like you're gonna
like the shock waves of it.
Yeah, from the fight.
Yeah, this is definitely the beginning of the downfall of the Targaryens.
Yeah.
Like this is the pin out of the grenade.
Right. I don't know how far. I don't know if it'll be Jace's generation that's gonna be the one who eventually like kind of at the tail end of it, or if it's gonna be the ones even farther down. I'm not sure.
So we get Baela talking, trying to give Jace his Zenkai boost through speech.
Right.
Getting him back on track, which I was just like, okay, he's moping and she's giving him his speech.
I love his pouty face. He has such
I'm a little tired of it.
I'm upset face. He has such a good one. He's so like Rhaenyra though.
He is. He's definitely like not spitting image, but his mentality is very young Rhaenyra.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is good to see. And then we get the meal that I was talking about earlier, where they all sitting together. Actually, no, this is Thailand. Let me skip over that.
Yep.
skip, bitch. I saw
it was fine
because the screen is a little dim, so I saw a round table with candles. I'm thinking it was dim. No, this is him talking about he be mewing. What you mean, pouty?
That's like when they clench their jaw. Yeah, like make their jawline all strong.
Yeah. And then did you see those? Did you see the collection of photos I sent you with the actor?
Yeah,
his little photo shoot.
He's so cute.
They are so adorable, all of them. I'm really enjoying the actual actors outside of these roles. Like Aemond, hate him, but love the actual actor.
Yes.
I love his fashion style.
He's had such a glow up too since they first started when he was like younger, Jace. And I was just thinking, I'm like, I don't know why they chose Matt to be Aemond, because I'm like, this is the most strong-faced 16-year-old y'all ever. This man got the strongest face in the world, and y'all like, you want me to watch this? And I have just decided Aemond is 20 in the show, because there's
no way that boy is older than you.
What has this child been through? Strong
everything face. Years of depression, years of resentment, and lack of validation will do that to your face. I guess
give you a jawline like that.
It will carve them features out, baby.
But
so the next scene is what was my favorite scene from the spoiler, which was Daemon touching the weirwood tree.
That was like
and
the best
flashing.
Scene.
Yeah. Even though, like y'all said earlier, Game of Thrones kind of messed up the actual story, but knowing that Daemon is seeing it all.
But just knowing that this is the best scene because of the throwback for me, the nostalgia of Game of Thrones and seeing it. Like for me, I don't know, most of it was just seeing some of that stuff, like the callbacks. To me, it was like the most impactful scene for me.
Yeah, it fully seen. I yelped when I saw Daenerys and them 3 dragons.
Yeah, I love it.
It really was nice to see. But we also saw it looks like past. He saw the whole story as a whole. It feels like he saw what I assumed to be the Night King in a previous version.
My favorite social media post was them talking about the Night King had plastic surgery. I don't know if that was I don't know if that was our same. Is it the Night King or was it just one of them? What's his name, babies? I feel like it would be the Night King, but it's a vision.
No, I feel like he is.
Yeah,
I think he is the Night King, but just from a much far. I think in the books, the first long winter was, I think, 8,000 years ago, but in the show it was 1,000 years ago. So I think that's what he saw.
Them.
Yeah,
that was before them, though.
Before, yeah.
So that's not our Night King.
No, I think it's still the same Night King. Because the Night King that we saw in Game of Thrones, we saw him get turned by the Children of the Forest. We saw that in person,
right? Did he have the little horns on his head too?
Oh wait, when he did turn, he did have the horns get turned there.
But I feel like this Night King didn't have a. Did he have?
He didn't. He had like Targaryen hair.
Yeah, I feel like he looked more like a lieutenant or something to me. He didn't like. I feel like because our Night King had diadems, like he had little horns, like a crown almost.
Do you think it's another Night King, or do you think it's just like a stylistic choice that they didn't plot hole?
Well, also it's a vision. So for me, any visual differences to me was because it's a vision. Like sometimes within the context, it's not going to be completely accurate. So it's going to be like, stuff. So for me, that's just how I thought about it. Like it's a vision, so it's not like completely accurate. Maybe, or it's just one of them other dudes and not necessarily the Night King. The vision scenes, because the prophecy, he saw the song or whatever they call it, right?
Song of Ice and Fire.
It made a lot of people mad. Why did it make a lot of people mad?
I think it made it up because of his actual design. And probably the way he looked, because even his mouth looked like he had a stroke or something.
That's what everybody was like. He had some plastic surgery by the time he got to the real one. Everything must be done right so that Jesus with good hair is in the right place. Okay, I mean, I don't know. As someone who has like very vivid dreams of things that do end up happening, I'm just willing to just be like, sometimes when you dream it, you just don't see it exactly right. You fill it in with stuff or it's something you've never seen. So sometimes, I don't know. I'm just willing to give it that. Yeah, he saw himself in the Night King. Right. That's what I'm like. Sometimes when you have a vision, it's like things are changed to represent other things to make it make sense to you.
Yeah.
So like Rashawn is saying, like, oh, he didn't have hair. I'd be like, what the fuck is that? Because we've never seen a White Walker. So, but having hair like a man or looking more like a man would make it make sense. Like, these are humans. I don't know what's going on. So, like, I don't know. I'm just willing to say it's like that.
All right. Very interesting shot that I saw. Well, yes, this too. It did kind of confirm that the prince, because they were saying in the show that it was both Jon Snow and Dany. But what did Jon Snow do? Answer that question for me.
He united all them people.
Okay, girl, whatever.
He united.
That is the prince who promised. He united.
It was more like to me, he kind of did it, but then she kind of did it too. But I feel like he really did a lot of the leg work, and then she just pulled up looking good, and then they was like, okay, let's work together.
She united that side of the world. He united the other side.
Yeah. So.
But I would rather a world where it's only Dany.
Yeah, I hate that it did muddy it, because before that I was so sure it was her, and then it just felt like they were making it Jon Snow. So then it kind of made it confusing. So I was glad to see that it was confirmed that she was indeed that person.
I think them canceling that Jon Snow spinoff, thank God, was probably what made them put Dany in this scene. It was like, let's just backtrack real quick. We sorry about all that Jon Snow stuff
and what we did to her.
Yeah, and but the part that I thought was real interesting was when he was walking through and we saw them dead dragons. Now, I freeze framed. That dragon looked like Adam's dragon.
And like sea smoke.
Sorry, yeah, the sea smoke. Because remember, I was telling you the only difference I would notice between sea smoke.
The color was off to me. It looked more brownish to me, or green.
I was looking at the
features,
like the scales and the features, because it had all the same I guess rivets in there, and then the horns. It had the three,
and
we never saw one in the middle, the two on the side. Yeah, we never saw Drogon die, and then it had the curly horn, which was the only difference between Drogon and Sea Smoke to me, was the curly horns instead of the straight horns. So I thought that was Sea Smoke, but also there were multiple dragons there too. So I'm not ready to see that at the end of this too. All them dead dragons, like I don't want to.
Well, it's coming.
I know it's coming. I just don't want to see it because I love these
But
dragons.
it was like, yeah, one of the dragons, like one of the mongrel riders, dragons. I just figured it was one of them. I know it wasn't Silverwing because I feel like she has very defined features.
Yeah, definitely wasn't Silverwing. 100% wasn't Silverwing. But I mean, I didn't see the rest of them in the back, so you never know.
Yeah. So I was like, it's either Vermithor or, like, I guess Sea Smoke. It just felt like it had more of a warm tone to it than Sea Smoke does. Sea Smoke is a cool tone. So I was like, is that Vermithor or something? Like, I just wasn't sure.
Yeah, I didn't look at I guess I didn't pay too much attention to the actual color. I was just looking at the actual structure of it. But then we saw the young version of the three-eyed raven that we see in the regular Game of Thrones. And Duncan Egg, that that spinoff is going to be coming in between season 3 and this
we
season.
are getting a spinoff, yeah.
Yeah, but girl, guess how many episodes it's going to be?
What?
6.
I mean, if they don't want to do it, they just shouldn't do it.
Right.
Like, just don't do it.
Like, because at this point, we're going to start getting 4-episode seasons. I
just want Aegon. Just do a little side thing, Aegon, if y'all going to do it. You know? Yellow said this is like listening to French and Spanish. You don't watch the show. I appreciate the support, though. I was just going to ask, would y'all watch it? You know I'm going to fucking watch it begrudgingly. At this point.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch it too.
For me, Game of Thrones is kind of like with Star Wars for me. Like, I'm going to watch anything Star Wars drops, if I hate it or not, because I just love Star Wars in general. So even when they mess up, I'm like willing to stick it beside them. So Game of Thrones is kind of there for me. Like, it would take a lot for me not to watch the side series, just because I do know that it is good lore there, even if they don't pull it out well. But I do want an Aegon the Conqueror, like the Aegon that all the Aegons are named after. Like, give me that. Y'all ain't got to give me 6 and 4, 8 seasons. Just save y'all money and give us a good Aegon the Conqueror.
Him and his sister wives. Because when you think about it, this is going to be interesting. They have no choice but to put their foot in every aspect of the show being amazing, because this is like 80 years before the regular Game of Thrones series. Bitch, there ain't no dragons. So you take your biggest crutch, because that's the main reason I put up with all this shit in this show, is because I want to see the dragons. So they really going to have to really put their foot in Duncan Egg. And looking at House of Dragons right now, it's up in the air whether or not they're going to really kill that.
Because they acting like they forgot how to write compelling monologues, compelling scripts. They ain't like they forgot how to write. Because some of the reads people was getting in the okay, if you ever go back and watch some of them monologues, the script alone was eating. And I'm just like, I have not gotten that. So I'm like really more so worried, because like if this was before this series where I knew they could carry a script, I'd be like, yeah, I'm here for it. But it's not feeling like, it's like they forgot how to write. Who was working on? Who are the fucking writers?
You gotta look it up episode by episode, because I think they change. But whoever did Rook's Rest and whoever did the Vermithor episode, let them continue.
Yeah, that was cute.
Let them keep doing what they're doing, because
real cute.
These other episodes, like as a whole, now that I'm looking at it as a whole project, now I can fully say they're not giving like that. I was willing to give you all the benefit of the doubt as we were going through it, because I was interested and I was hoping for amazingness, for it all to pay off within this season.
With this, yeah. Because like if y'all couldn't give us no payoff within 8 episodes, why y'all only do 8 episodes? Because most people who watch Game of Thrones know episode 9 always eats. And that was like that was my biggest concern. I'm like, y'all like to take 8 or 9 episodes to build up. The episode before the season finale always was like the big, now it's all coming together and all the things and the big mind-blowing moment. I'm like, y'all took away episode 9. So like, when we supposed to get that? Yeah. So I don't know. I didn't really care for that. I don't think they gave themselves enough time. Hello, Naisha. I hope I said it right. I'm excited for Duncan Egg, but someone said it should have been a movie. Okay. Ryan is
I would like that.
Are writing their own personal fan fiction, and it's no wonder George is low-key shitting on this show with this subtle blog post. He's shitting on the show.
Have you been reading those posts? He pretty much.
But I can only imagine.
It was because of the way that they handle the dragon bonding too, and just simply a dragon being in the Vale in like period. Like he's kind of was just subtly being like, That's not how bonding works. Also, bitch, dragons don't go far from Dragonstone. They go to Dragonstone because there's this dormant volcano there or whatever, and all that heat, like they just naturally gravitated towards that area. And he's like, for a dragon to just be wandering out in the Vale eating sheep is like, bitch, what?
Like, why? It's not like they're pack animals where like you get kicked out like the lions and you just gotta eat wherever you could go. So yeah, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, because in that case, like there would be a dragon in Dorne. You see, how hot it is over in that bitch. Like there would be a dragon,
a Targaryen there to have a dragon there outside of Dragonstone.
Yeah, they have to ride it there.
Yeah,
they gotta take it there. They don't just naturally be like, you know what, I got an off day today. Let me go see what they're doing on the other side of the world.
Let me go take a little spin around.
Vermithor, like, can you imagine Vermithor just roaming around here?
We would have to murder them. That's why I remember I was saying that in other episodes. Like, this is crazy because I remember thinking in my head, like, they didn't make it seem like dragons was just like outside, like off a leash. Like I told you, they treat dragons like somebody pit bull just loose.
Right.
Why is this dragon all the way over here? So yeah, it was very strange for me to hear that. So yeah, that was very strange.
Speaking of George R. R. Martin, his face was a tree.
His what?
The God's Wood, I think that's what they called it, where Damon put his hand up to. They all have weirwood. The weirwood trees, they all have faces carved into it.
Like Grandmother Willow?
Yeah. And that was George R. R. Martin's face.
Oh, he touched his face.
Yeah, that was cute.
That's cute.
Payoff. Like, yeah, we fucking your story up.
But in this show, I had to message him. Take me out. George wrote a bad but very entertaining story. I watch like True Blood, talented people. I mean, I think George wrote a good story.
Yeah, I don't fully agree with that. I think George wrote an amazing story.
Making the visual cinematic or the visual version of his story are, obviously making a book into a show. There are things you have to change. So I'm always okay with changes. But this is, I don't even think it's the changes. Like some of the changes they may be making are problematic, and then just like not doing it in lieu of doing something better, which is like, not to bring it up, but IWTV does that so well. It can be done, but I just think the way they're choosing to do it is not great.
You're valid in bringing up Interview with the Vampire at any point because the bar has been set and you bitches is lacking. Like, you bitches is dying out here in these streets when it comes to compelling story.
Yeah, you can change the story. Streaming platforms in general need to stop having 8 episodes. Okay, I kind of agree. But Interview with the Vampire seems to do well with it. It can be done.
It can be done, but that don't need to be the status quo because everybody can't do it. I hate that anime is moving in that direction.
Yeah.
Because like everybody's seeing the structure of Demon Slayer, so now they're all trying to pump out. Even Naruto. Naruto has always been one of those long spanning.
Because of all the streaming services, like people want more and more and more all the time, and like we can probably do a show about that. But I've been not watching anime because it's just too much stuff coming out all the time. Like I just feel like. I'm just saying, like, I think that's part of the demand for it, like, constantly. Like, people want it in a timely fashion, and, like, they want it fast, and they want, you know what I mean? And it's, like, a competition to be relevant. So, like, I think they're cutting the time so that they can get them out faster also. So, I don't know. I think that's part of why they're giving shorter seasons. Like, but I'm also pro take a mid-season break if you have to.
Yeah,
because that's what the shows that are delivering are doing. Yeah, like Outlander has been doing that for years. You get the first part of the season, they take a little break, they give you the second part.
Oh, I used to move. Vampire Diaries did that too, but they would give you like fucking 14, 22 episodes, take a mid-season break, come back, give you another 22.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm still okay. Like, give us a mid-season break if you have to. Like, I'm okay with that. But anyway, where are we in the episode?
He has his vision. He sees all the things. He sees himself drowning in some water.
So he gonna
what
die.
Else?
Right? Is he gonna drown?
That's what it seems like to me.
I wonder if he's gonna drown. That was my prevailing thought.
So he drowns. We see Daenerys, and then he comes to his senses as he sees Rhaenyra on the throne. You know what? Even if she dies and she don't claim it, I'll screen cap this for myself. I just wanted to visually see it.
the fact that they gave us that is like.
You think it's a little telling?
Yeah, they're like this.
I mean, but it's
the only time y'all gonna see her.
I mean, if everything he sees takes place or happens, I'm hoping that was my takeaway. I was like, okay, that's confirmation she gonna do it.
Yeah, so I guess we get like the vision. Like, so you interpret it to be everything he saw is going to happen?
Yes.
Generally, the way he saw it.
Pretty much, yeah. Past and present.
Yeah, I kind of saw it as he's seeing representations of things, but not like I don't think it's gonna happen the way he thinks.
Because I think that's the difference between his visions he was having during the day versus actually touching the weirwood. Because the weirwood tree, you saw right when he touched it, the first shot was the roots of the weirwood tree, and that's the network of connections that each weirwood has connected to each other, I guess. And the weirwood divisions, you can only see what takes place within the confines of that tree, I guess. Okay. So for me, really? It was so like
that's how it works. So this is all Herring Hollow ish.
Well, Herring Hollow or any other place where there's a weirwood tree.
Okay.
You know, with the face on it. I think that's how it works. Anybody in the comments correct me without, really giving spoilers, but I'm pretty sure that's how that type of thing works. So him touching it and us seeing the roots and its like network, in my mind, it was like, okay, this is all pretty much fact.
Okay.
That's how I just imagine, because that's the Three-Eyed Raven's ability.
Him seeing her on the throne to me also is like, I feel like it's a mixture of like his own stuff and then like what's happening or in the grand scheme of things. So like, okay, if it's like the Song of Ice and Fire, I feel like it's the grand scheme of things. So I feel like what it's saying is like, it's going to be Rhaenyra's line that is going to be on the throne and that Dany's coming from. Like that's kind of more so what I took it to mean. If not that she factually was going to take the throne, because you have Aegon's line right now and hers. So it's like who's going to actually end up winning. So I think that's, to me, I took it as like her side is definitely going to win.
Gotcha.
But I don't necessarily believe it's going to be her though.
Okay.
So I can see that. How I took it to be. So
I mean, I do want the black, just because I'm team black. Of course, I want my team to win at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Based on that Joffrey spoiler, I don't know how that's going to play into the whole thing,
or how they're gonna like do it.
Yeah, like
it don't.
I don't know. I'm stressed out.
I don't know. I still feel like I also don't have enough context for that to be enough of a spoiler yet. I feel like it'll really be a spoiler like right before the moment you're like, oh, I see, because I have like a bunch of stuff, but it's like who we're talking about, what son, and why is it a surrender? We have no idea of like the situation surrounding it either. So I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of a spoiler, but not really.
I like what Arshawn is saying here. He said, I just imagine that at the end of this conflict, she'll be recognized as the queen, but it will be pointless.
Like how Corlys did Rhaenys. So you basically recognize her after she did, and it's pointless.
I mean, because imagine like, especially with some of the seeds they already sowed, like the small folk are looking at Rhaenyra as someone who, is looking out for them, even though she is, not in King's Landing. So like she's already kind of building that respect with them. So it could be a thing of even after all the turmoil, the crash, the clashes, regardless of who's alive, like the townspeople will remember their ruler as Rhaenyra.
Right.
I think that's kind of what I see from his comment.
I wanted to see if anybody had Daemon's vision on. I doubt it because HBO don't play. But
what?
I'm gonna go back and look at his vision because I haven't seen it in like a week. Oh, I think it's right here. How they got this up? I be wondering how people get videos up. Because let me post this, and my channel will be struck too.
Oh, immediately.
Immediately. You can't even run a stream. I'm just looking at it real.
Immediately.
I'm just watching it.
All the non-Targaryens to the back of the room. Immediately. Looks better already.
Okay, that didn't look like the Night King to me. I'm sorry. And y'all know I can't play it on stream. I would if I could. That don't look like the Night King to me. That look like one of his like, what's some other ones?
Generals.
The generals or something. Yeah.
Lieutenants or whatever.
Don't look like him to me at all. Because he was kind of fine. I don't know. Okay.
He was like an ice version of Freddy Krueger.
He had them strong features though. This one look like he just tired. I don't know if that's sea smoke. It looked like Vermithor to me, actually. I can pull up what
Vermithor?
I'm seeing, though. Yeah,
pull up what you're saying. Because it looked like all the facial features
I'm looking at the
of
colors.
sea smoke to me.
That's true. It kind of looked like Vermithor to me.
Let me see. Because Vermithor got the beard made of tusks, pretty much.
They got this fucking fire up here, I guess, to keep him getting a strike. But just looking at the color, hold on. What is happening? So they got this shit back here just to not get a strike, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, so there's him. He is balding too.
Yeah. Let me see. Because now I want to see what the generals look like.
Because he don't have little horns. How do you guys do reactions on Twitch? I've only ever seen people get copyright strikes or their channels taken down doing shows. And well,
yeah, you're right, because the generals did have hair. I forgot.
Yeah, they did. We don't do like. So one thing you could do to avoid getting strikes is when you go live, you just don't automatically post the VODs. And then I wait a couple hours, and if I do have anything that's a copyright strike, it will mute it or like just tell me. So that's a way to keep yourself safe from like getting a strike. So that's what I do. And then if I know a show will be acting crazy, then I just like avoid showing it. Like that's why we haven't watched Game of Thrones on live, because HBO don't play. So yeah, to me that looks like a general.
So I do agree with you that it looks like a general. Also, Greg, I'm kind of like I feel like it's just the lack of consistency or continuity
Should I put
between them. Yeah, I mean, because I'm pretty sure we all got that mental image of the Night King burning.
This looks more like how the Night King looked, I think, because the Night King didn't look the same throughout the whole show. He looked different in season 1 and 2, I think, than he ended up looking. I think he looked like this at first.
So you think he looked like with the hair, and when we first saw them in the first episode
in season 1, I think he looked like this because he looked so much better in the end.
But then that just is even more frustrating because in the Game of Thrones show, they showed him change, and he changed into what we see now.
We got that scene later on, though. Like I feel like we got the scene later on in the show.
But I hate when they take those artistic liberties like that during a season, because then it just ruins whatever you're trying to show us in this show in House of Dragons. Like we saw him turn from day one. So how did he get from that to this back to that?
Because I'm like, if I'm recalling though, no, like I know when they showed him created in the show, he looked like what he looked like. But we saw that vision of him being created in later seasons of the show.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about season 1 of Game of Thrones. I think the Night King looked more like this. I remember him looking different. Yeah, he didn't look, because he was looking crazy. They was not looking cute. Or he had that beard or something like that. I think he looked different. So even in the first Game of Thrones, he changed. I feel like he had hair at first. Maybe he had a beard, if I recall. He had white hair. It's really hard to find a picture of season 1 Night King.
Oh, I'm not finding a picture. I'm going to the actual first episode.
Yeah.
On Max. And I'm just about to skim through that because
did we see him on the first? Oh, here you go. I think this is him. Yeah, I got a picture of how he looked in the first season too. I'm going to share it.
Okay.
He had that beard almost. I think he had like white hair too. I think he looked more like this one. Oops. He looked more like this one on this right side. He had hair. He definitely had hair. And then they changed.
But, did we get any? That's the thing. Everything's contextual because we don't even know if like
we don't know if it was
to be the Night King, you know?
But yeah, I think. And then when they turned the baby, I think he had started to.
He was.
I think they changed.
He was definitely looking like in-game Night King when he turned the baby.
Him by then, yeah. But I do remember him looking different. I was like, oh, that's the Night King, because I think he had a beard, if I recall. But he even looked different in the show. That's my whole point. We about to make it to rewatch it. So I mean, once again, but also people got to realize it's a vision, so things don't have to be like completely accurate.
Right. And I mean, that rewatch on Game of Thrones will be amazing up until season 6. So enjoy that.
Yeah, I'm watching somebody rewatching and just react to it with funny stuff. So anyway, that's the dragon. To me, the coloring looks like Vermithor. More so. So I'm not sure.
But that bottom that's not Vermithor. Vermithor has all those tusks coming out the side of his whole entire bottom face. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he has like these little. He does have these horns right here, though.
No, but Vermithor, his are large, like spikes. Is this
a vision dragon? Let me see.
It could be. Maybe it's not a dragon we know at all.
It's probably like a vision dragon. Yeah, that's not Vermithor.
And there's still one other dragon we haven't met. One other wild dragon we haven't met yet.
Let me see. This sea smoke. It doesn't. The horns coming off of it don't match sea smoke either, though. They're too small. When I'm looking at it, so I don't know. I don't know, but maybe we're not supposed to know. Which, once again, to me, even if it wasn't really accurate to a dragon, that we know, like it kind of being an amalgamation of dragons, also once again could prove that it's just kind of like a vision.
The vision, yeah,
and not necessarily like accurate.
Loose descriptor.
Yeah. Let me go through it before I forget and get a copyright strike. Let me pull it down. My cat trying to knock my screen over, so if I get busted in the head with the screen, y'all know what happened.
But yeah, I mean, moving on from his vision, we get his declaration. His bending the knee. Him once again doing that puppy dog. Like I got caught doing something bad. He loves that. He loves living there.
He walked up to her looking all like anybody doubting that there was gonna be. I don't know. I just never doubted that it was gonna be his end. I started to feel like that was the point of it all. I don't think it's Cyrex. Cyrex don't have that many horns at all.
I don't think it's Cyrex either.
Yeah. So I'm gonna show you actually. Yeah. Yes.
Gregos and Cannibal. Heard. Okay. But yeah, he bends his knees. They give a little we march for our queen. Yada, yada, yada.
Queen. Yay. I wish they would have had like a little kiss or something.
Just really seal it.
Yeah. I don't know. I just feel like we haven't got much time, and the only time we see them together, he be choking her stuff. So I'm like, can we get
he always
like he always yelling and choking her and stuff like that. And then we got him eating his mama out. Like, damn, I can't get him kissing his wife. Like, damn.
Oh, that's interesting. He said Ryan confirmed that when Daemon saw Daenerys, he thought it was a future daughter of him and Rhaenyra.
So did he try to give her their future daughter right then and there? Because we could have got that scene too.
Because that does make sense. Like even Helena, who has seen pretty much all of Game of Thrones, doesn't know the order, the timeline, any of that, which it takes place. That's why she was like knitting or crocheting, whatever you call it, needlework, that her son's funeral garb before he even died. She knew it was going to happen. She just didn't know when.
Right. And that's kind of how it is. They don't know. You mean the event they're showing is in the show you're currently watching? Yes. That's what we're like. Is that a question or are you telling us? Like, yeah, the event that he's seeing in the vision is in the show we're currently watching, like the dragon falling and the dead bodies and him walking and falling in the water.
But that's not true because they show the three-eyed raven in his younger state, and he hasn't even existed yet.
It was kind of a mix. Yeah, I feel like
it's a mix of things.
Oh, it wasn't
past,
in
present,
order.
and future.
Yeah, so I'm not sure. You could restate it if it's a question. But yeah, I like that at the end of the vision, Helena was like at the house, kind of like talking to him for real.
Now that was something I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Like her being able to
she seemed like she got more in tune with herself throughout the season.
Yeah, it even took Bran. He still didn't have that clear of communication with his power. And Helena was out here literally being like, what's up, Daemon? How you doing? Just so you know, blah, 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 blah.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it was very fluid.
At the house, like they was on a phone call.
Right. And then snap right back into her current day. Like she had been doing this the whole time.
That's
and then started talking to Aemon.
So like, because like we saw the beginning of the season and she kind of seemed like, oh, the rats. Like she still seemed more like not as empowered. by her own powers or whatever she got going on. We haven't really seen much of her. Right. And she's developed this much off screen. And that's another thing that made me pissed off because I'm like, I loved Helena seemed so different at the end of the season. And if it was because of her child dying or whatever, and then she kind of grew, I don't know. It just, once again, she seemed to develop a lot from the beginning of the season to now. And we just, get to see it.
But the only thing we see of Helena is like being in a hallway staring somebody down. That's the only thing we see.
Right.
Or maybe actually she was holding Allison to task for a little bit, I guess. Or not holding her to task.
In this season?
I don't know, girl.
Has years passed?
Timestamps. I can't imagine years passing. No. Like, no.
The way
not with Rhaenyra on the island.
Feeling like a year or two.
Yeah, like I think this is it's definitely them being careless with the way they're provided because they are skipping a lot of content. They skip so much content in the younger years just to get to where they are now. So it wouldn't shock me if they were doing the same thing in adulthood. Like I'm pretty sure they're skipping over a large amount of content that we get to see in the books. So I really need to read the books just so I could know. But yeah, 2 months. That sounds perfect.
Episode 1. A Son for a Son is a week and a half after season 1 finale. Okay, we didn't get a time jump. See, okay, I just found an article because I'm sorry, I just got on a side tangent, but I was like, I really have to understand. Like, I don't seasons 1 time. Now we know season 1 covered a lot of time because they had a whole different cast.
I just couldn't see Rhaenyra sitting on Dragonstone for a whole year doing nothing.
Yeah, they said season there will be no time jumps in season 2, so there were no time jumps.
Mm-hmm.
But what counts as a time jump though?
Right, because once again,
like is it just a decade? Is only a decade considered a time jump, or like a month or 2? Is that considered a time jump, or it's a couple of weeks or a month or 2? Anyway.
All I need to know, next time I get a burn, bitch, I'm throwing cabbages right on it and just seeing what happened. Wrapping that bitch up.
The way he healed up, that was crazy. Okay,
yeah, they putting us on.
They don't really know. Nobody knows. That's what I'm seeing. Nobody knows. It says it progresses fluidly, but like, so that means you don't fucking know. Like,
right. Just say that. No. Just say that. We get Rhaenyra and her girlfriend on the balcony looking at the cats flying, and they
out at the water scenes.
And they have some conversation. I don't remember what they talked about, but
I don't either.
It doesn't matter.
No.
We see Rhaenyra waking up to somebody in the middle of the night, and she gets up, and bitch, Allison's downstairs.
Allison,
I was not expecting
that. I was not expecting this either. Now, was this added or was this in the books?
Somebody tell me. I think somebody earlier in the comments said that they're adding they're destroying Allison's character. So I don't think, and they also said that they didn't have any type of relationship like that in adulthood, pretty much. So I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that it didn't happen. I never saw the leaks.
How did she fucking get there?
Well, I remember she said she told write that fast because y'all aren't on dragons, y'all on a boat.
Yeah,
but they've been going back and forth. Damon went over there. The lady in the red cloak went over there to get the dragon seeds. They just
those. I guess I'd be like, he got a dragon, so I guess in my head I'd be like,
but he went on boat. He didn't go on a dragon.
Boats.
Girl, somebody put their head in the water, said
maybe the dragon underwater pulling the boat. Yeah. Okay, so Allison was much older in the them making them closer in age too seems like they would have some payoff of them being lovers. I don't see the point of making them closer in age if they never had a thing. Like we could have had this same
close in age.
Right. Well, we could have had this same story play out the same way with the age gap that they had in the books. I mean, I don't see the point in making them closer in age unless you really want to like, oh, we were friends, we're lovers, and we fell out kind of thing, you know?
And for me, it would give more reason for Alicent to be so indignant when it comes to like like listening to Rhaenyra, or taking anything she says seriously, or like putting any stock in her because she's older, and she would view her as a younger, more immature, lack experience type of thing, that would have made it feel a little better too. But Alicent coming up here and having this same conversation that Rhaenyra had with her back then just was like the audacity, bitch. Like, you are so lucky I didn't capture you right then and there.
Right.
And then you gonna tell me that you would like to see all this put behind you, bitch? Where? Bitch, who and when?
But she was
here and take my throne, bitch, and tell me you want to skedaddle? You want to take Helena and just go somewhere? No, bitch. You seeing this through now.
But she did clutch up. She said she ready. By the end of the conversation, what did you think about her resolve to do what was necessary?
I'm still deciding on if I believe it or not. I'm still debating whether I believe it or not. Like, you just sat here. Even yes, I've seen how horrible your children are, how much you regret what they've become. Unbeknownst to you, because you keep saying that, you know what Aegon's become. However, he's become that. Amen.
Oh, amen.
Like, girl, your lack of parenting did that. But yeah, I just thought it was. I don't know. I don't know if it's like in the moment, if she's like, yeah, I don't have any other choice. I might die right now too. Like, yeah, you can kill him. I understand. I mean, they did bring her little biting her nails tick back. Yeah. So maybe she does. Like, she was genuinely.
I think she kind of intends to do it just because, like, Aegon is suffering, but he's not going to die. Like, as it stands, he's recovered enough to be alive. And I think she just sees it as, like, basically Aemon's going to be ruling, like, indefinitely. Kind of caught in between this Prince Regent thing because Aemon's too, Aegon's too crippled to do anything. She wears blue now.
I did not notice that until right now. You know what? She's telling the truth. You're right. Yeah. Because that was the whole signal when she came out in episode 1. She stopped wearing blue. She threw that green on because she meant business. Now she threw the green away. She's wearing blue again. I agree with you.
She mean it, especially like once she left how she was looking, like it definitely felt like she was like, I'm really gonna do this. But I think she also could feel like it would be a mercy for Aegon too. So I could still see Alicent in her head like reasoning that like, oh, it would be a mercy for him to like die anyway. So I feel like she mean it.
Yeah, I do now. It that specific comment really, I can't believe I didn't notice that while it was happening.
It kind of the way it could have been green. Like, I guess if you like really wasn't paying attention, like the lighting to me in the scene, it could have been green.
Yeah,
like a very like kind of blue green. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I do think she's gonna do it. Which I mean, her plan was, she said, when Aemon is away, when he's on Vhagar, somewhere else,
cities, right?
You come in. Helena will essentially be the one ruling. I'll have her stand down, and then you can peacefully take the throne. Now, bitch, what you think gonna happen when he turn around? You think he like? I don't think Aemon's gonna be like, you know what, y'all got me.
It ain't gonna matter now because she finna get back to the house and Aegon gone. Shit.
I mean, yeah, but
Aegon gone.
I feel like he's at least gonna put up a fight. You know what I mean?
But
like he's gonna try and burn everything.
They ain't gonna get that far. I don't think anybody will ever know Alicent had that intention because she gonna get to the house with Aegon gone.
Right, he's gonna be gone, but
you can't carry out
Helena's still gonna be the one.
Oh, the whole plan was she was gonna have to give her. They would have to give the head of Aegon to Rhaenyra to show that she won.
She's gonna have to kill him in front of everybody.
So she would have to have. I think she was planning to kill him and give it to Rhaenyra so she could prove that she won the war.
Well, I don't think she was.
And then once
Alicent,
yeah,
Rhaenyra's gonna come and kill. She said, "I have to kill him."
I thought she just said, "I have to show the head."
No, she said, "I have to take."
I feel like the plan was like maybe Alicent was going to kill him, and then
Alicent's going to make it. No, Alicent's going to make it easy for her to enter by having Helena be the acting ruler, and then just succumb to Rhaenyra.
I don't know what. So was that what she? Because my whole head was like, if Aegon dies, she's gonna make a push for Helena to rule. She's gonna be the ruler. One, because one of his kids, his son is dead. So they definitely not going to let a girl do it. And her plan was stupid anyway if Aegon was alive. Because who going to let Helena rule? Like,
well, she is by default. She will be the queen regent.
To whom?
To the Seven Kingdoms.
Typically you would go into the regent if there's another king who can't serve or whatever. Like if she had a son that was like 5, she would be like the regent, like queen mother. They do, like she's the queen mother playing regent in the sense of her son's not old enough to take over yet, right? So that's why I was like, how would she be queen regent to no, like that wouldn't make no sense.
Well, she has the authority here and now. Even like if Amen said I'm about to go out here and get me a smoothie from Smoothie King that's in Essos.
He's kind of ruling like the VP when Biden went to surgery.
Yeah, so she would be able to order them. Like they're not going to ignore her. So from what I'm and I did go back to this point in their conversation just to play it and see the exact wording. She said, if I am to take the throne, I must put an end to the opposition.
Right.
I must take Aegon's head, and I have to do it for all to see. You know this.
Right.
And she's pretty much coming to terms with it. She said, however you may try to evade it, that's what I'm going to have to do. And then I'm trying to get to where she gives the plan.
So it's like you can come in and snatch them up.
Yeah. You have to make,
because honestly, all that whole she'll be the queen regent and all that don't make no sense. Like if your plan is just to give her Aegon, like just poison him and then go give him to Rhaenyra and then she could show up with his head.
I mean, maybe, but I don't think Alicent would want to be going down as a kinslayer. Like I think her.
No,
that's
what she was saying. You know what you'll be known. You know what they'll say about you. Like I don't know. To me, it felt like Alicent definitely was getting her resolve to poison Aegon to end him. Like that's kind of the way she was like walking away. Like that was my understanding of what she was wrestling in her mind. Now, would she say it was her who did it? No, I think it would be like, well, Rhaenyra, I'm just gonna give you an opening or whatever or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm probably wrong, but it just feel like in her head, she's like, okay, you gonna kill my child. I'd rather just like make him. I could see her smothering him or something. I'll smother him.
Oh, okay. I mean, I actually could see that.
Yeah, like I'll smother him, and then we'll put while we're deciding who's gonna be king, we'll put Helena in because people just think he died from his like burns. Yeah, but Rhaenyra was saying that Aegon's head would have to be taken in public. So I don't know. I kind of feel like Rhaenyra was saying, I need to come murder him in public. And Alicent was like, we ain't got to do all that. You don't have to murder him and behead him in front of everybody. Like he could just die and then Helena will be regent and then she'll just stand down when you come. Like that's kind of what I was feeling like her alternative was.
I did find it. So she said, Aemond will soon fly to join Cole in the Riverlands.
Right.
And then after that, she says, deep breath, when he's gone. So while Aemond is gone, Helena as queen will be the crown's authority. So nobody has died yet.
Right.
Nobody has died. She's saying while Aemond, the acting king, is away, Helena now has authority in King's Landing.
She's the standing.
And
while he's away.
And exactly. So she's saying, if you come then to King's Landing, I will see to it that the guards throw down their arms and we will open the gates. We will shed no blood and you will enter as conqueror. So even though they did have an additional piece of the conversation where she was like, eventually, bitch, I'm gonna have to kill him. She agrees to it. But in that plan, she's acknowledging that she has the ability to open the gates and
let her
much give up.
While Aemon's away.
Yeah, exactly. So that was just my point. That like I don't think she in that moment was,
because it just feels like such a short-sighted plan because Aemon's gonna come back.
And that's what I was saying. Like Aemon's not gonna just take that laying down.
So it's still the same issue of we gotta fight Vhagar ass.
Right. Which really isn't too
liable
much.
To burn this whole motherfucker down if he get back and I'm here. So it's still like a very girl, what kind of plan is this?
I mean, now unless you had all 7 dragons together and y'all would just like post it up on like each one just land on some pillar of the castle when he turns around and when he finally gets back and y'all just immediately go into it. I feel like it's the only way you're gonna get like a bloodless.
And then also Alicent saying, I'll have everybody just lay down their arms. Like, girl, Alicent, ain't nobody listening to you also. So like it just felt, I know Rhaenyra ain't going for it. Like, I really hope she not, because it's like, girl, that is not gonna happen. Like, you're not gonna convince everybody to lay down their arms because they not fucking with her. Like, Aemon's like, girl, go home. Like, no one's really paying her attention, and Aemon's still gonna come back. But she did give away the position of Kristen, Aemon, Darian, basically serving them all up. Yeah.
That is true. And yeah, you know what? That is even more true. She's spilling the plans now too.
Yeah. Yeah. She believes Allison is lying. Okay. Yeah. But I believe Allison is telling the truth. But yeah, I feel like Renee, well, just because hearing that plan, wouldn't you think she lying?
No, I would too. And I
that's a setup.
I want to believe that Allison is telling the truth, but I also am proud of Rhaenyra for not fully believing she's telling the truth. Like, because like I said, she's already made some stupid ass decisions. Why would you send Arthur to go treat with somebody you think is betraying you? Whatever.
I hope she believes, because that also sounds like a very good ambush setup. Like, oh yeah, Aemon's away. Come in, and we'll all be waiting.
You know how much Aemon likes to ambush,
right? Oh shit! So like, girl, that would be the dumbest plan. I'm just gonna fly into King's Landing. Like, no, we need to know Aemon's dead and out the way before we can ever try to like perch up in King's Landing. That's all. But I do believe Allison is telling the truth. I think Allison is just goofy and she don't know what the fuck she talking about. She don't seem to know her own son either.
And this next comment, that is the truth. That bitch is shaky. Her truth will change in a moment.
She feeling bad right now.
I mean, I feel like she did go out to that ocean, that lake, to kill herself, but she changed her mind. She believed that Viserys changed his mind at the last minute, and then when she got the light, she changed her mind again. I don't see her.
She is a mind changer.
And these aren't small ass. It's not like, do I want to eat an apple or orange today? No, bitch. Do I want to plunge the realm into war or not? Like, Alice's, yeah, they did destroy her character. If I don't know her character fully like that in the books, but if y'all saying she destroyed her character, I see exactly how they did it.
The Blacks better parade Vagar's head around, sell merch. I want a t-shirt. I want, but Helena said that Aemon's gonna die at the Guy's Eye. I don't know where the Guy's Eye is. I don't know what that is. But she did say he gonna die there. So
she did, and she said that. Oh wait, she straight up fully said Aegon hasn't seen victory yet, so he's going to see victory at some point.
Yeah, but what does that mean? Like, obviously not in a battle, because he went off with Lowry's.
God's eye is in the veil.
Okay, God's eyes in the veil. So he gonna die over there. All right. Well, yeah. So we know he gonna die. I mean, I feel like, yeah, it's clear Aemon's gonna die. But yeah, I do see Helena fly one time.
Just one time. Somebody said she's gonna be flying backwards, and I see that.
I say it in cursive. She's definitely gonna fly in cursive. So I'm like, if she flies straight, I'm gonna be so upset.
And I ain't never heard Helena speak in Valyrian. I would like to hear that.
She seemed like she had such a glow up at the end of the season. Like, her hair down now. She ain't wearing that little braid. Like,
does she look pregnant? She looked pregnant to me when she was sitting down. She pregnant? She looked pregnant to me when she was sitting down talking to Helena before Aemon came in.
Well, they said it's only been 2 months since this show started, so I guess it could be Aegon. Some people said she's smashing Aemon.
I mean, I would imagine that, because he came up to her real tender when they was on that balcony.
He was very tender. I was like, where is this tenderosity coming from? That's not a word.
And he was looking at Helena when Rhaenys was on her dragon about to burn them all. He was kind of looking over to her too. I feel like he always wanted that little arm
touch was like, oh, that's so gentle. It was
a little tender.
You had it in it, yeah. And I think also that would make more sense if that was the case, because then that's why he felt like maybe he could convince her. Like, if they have like a relate like that, then that's maybe why he was like, come on, girl, get it together. So maybe that would make more sense. But once again, we don't see none of that shit, because we just gotta maybe assume that that's what's going on. You guys are going to be back to being hyped in season 3. I mean,
I'm pretty sure. Like, if they pay it off, how, like, if they give us, updated budget. They give us these great battles. We see these powerful dragons. That's what I'm here for. I have a great feeling I'm going to love some things that happen in season 3.
Excited, for a new season of Game of Thrones, period, because I just love it.
This season, but
it's not that. Right, it's just that, like, there's still a possibility they could screw up such a monumental part, a pivotal part of the story. Because once again, beyond them changing stuff or beyond just like it being boring, like I'm okay sitting through a season of setup. Like, I'm not one of those people. But it's the writing is also like not great. It's heavy-handed, right? Like, it's heavy-handed. It's like the foreshadowing is too, like, I don't know. For me, it's more of an issue of writing. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really, I don't need action at every turn. And that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, them feeling like they need to get to every single interesting plot point fast. Like, it's more of my issue with this season than anything. Because I think a little breathing room for some moments or a little bit more development for some other people, just a little bit, is all I really would have needed. And really what I was interested in seeing. So I'm still concerned going to the next season, that even though it's pivotal to the story, which, we know overall it's a great story, but I just feel like they're going to drop the ball somehow and not get.
I mean, they have the ability to 100%
to let us down. So I don't know. Like, as long as it makes sense in the end, I'm generally like okay with it not going the way I want it to go, but it's just not written well. Like, even though I hated a lot of stuff with the end of Game of Thrones, I still generally have respect for it because I'm like, okay. But, like, I don't know, some of this stuff, like all the development, I just want to see a little bit more. And we just skipping past everything.
I mean, that's just a simple fact that they are speeding through a lot of stuff. And would the entire fandom stick through seasons if y'all gave it time to breathe? Like, I feel like all of season 1 should have been just young Rhaenyra and all of them.
I wanted
so like I would have been on the ride still. I will continue to still be on the ride wherever it goes, like whether it's bullshit or not. Like, I'm gonna watch it. So it's like y'all could have, y'all didn't even, honestly, if you would have stayed in those time frames, you could have took your time, you could have saved money on all these dragon battles and stuff like that, really built your shit up and then deliver. But whatever. I mean, how it happens like is how it's gonna happen.
Through so much just to give us a season finale with nothing is crazy to me. Like, y'all speeded through stuff like y'all had something y'all was trying to get to at the end of the season. Like, they sped through shit like they was trying to get to something at the end of the season. But it's like, if you really think about, like, I guess if it's 2 months have passed, basically they're saying. So every episode is a week. Let's just say every episode is a week because the show runs for 8 weeks. It's 8 episodes. So we've been watching it for 2 months, and apparently 2 months have passed. So basically, in one episode, we should have got a week of happenings. Basically, it just, when I'm watching it, it doesn't feel that way. So I don't know. I'm not really gonna sit here and argue if George R.R. Martin is a good writer. I don't feel like it's up for debate. Game of Thrones is an amazing series, and people love it. And it has such good lore, and it has room for improvements. But, I mean, that is what it is. We talking about the show right now. The writers are dropping the ball for me. The script is not scripting. Everything is heavy-handed. It's like, Ulf is clearly going to betray Rhaenyra. Adam is not. The rats in episode 1 was clearly pointing to the rat catchers. Like, the whole scene with the baby, like, which baby, that was poorly written. Like, should be so heavy-handed that you could see it coming, and I just hate that. I hate it.
Rashad is stupid. George R.R. Bush doesn't care about Black Valerians. But Greg did say, he was like, your predictions are so underwhelming for what actually happens, and to me, that's a great thing, and I can't wait to see that once it happens.
I predict what predictions I have. Ulf is going to betray her. Adam's not. Damon's definitely going to die. We know Aemon's going to die at the God's eye, apparently. So, I mean, Alicent is telling the truth, but she going to get back to the house and realize Aegon is gone, which is going to fuck her whole plan up. Somehow. I'm not sure how it will, but I think it will.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. A part of me wishes I could go back in time and ask them to do Game of Thrones last. You know what I mean? Like I wish they would have started with the Doom of Valyria, gave
Like go
us
in order, actually.
yeah, honestly, just give go in order. That way, because everything, even though we don't know exactly, I mean, the book readers do, but as casual viewers, we don't fully know how everything's gonna unfold. But at the end of the day, we do see where it kind of ends up with the Game of Thrones show. I don't know. It all feels a little anticlimactic too as we get these underwhelming seasons.
Like they bomb rush season 1 to get to the war. Only you basically rush through 2 seasons to get to a war and didn't even give us it at the end. It's like you really just like taking advantage of like us because you're like y'all gonna watch it. So it definitely feels like they playing in our face. That's what Helena said.
Yeah, that's what Helena said. We ain't say that.
Yeah. So
she told
like, you're gonna die at the God's eye. That's what she said. So
I love the fact that she was like, "What bitch you gonna burn me too?" I love that part. I love.
When she said I saw it, April was like, "How you saw it?
Right.
What was it?" The way he looked at her, she was like, "I saw it." He was like, "How? How you saw it?" I know he wanted to ask her so bad, like how.
And I want to see if this plan goes according, if everything goes according to a plan, as Allison thinks it could, if it actually happens like that, and we do get a scene of Helena in the same room with maybe Rhaenyra and Daemon, I want to see what that conversation between Daemon and Helena looks like. Since she had that moment with him, in the vision.
Yeah,
right. I do want to see that.
Probably would maybe like look at her. I do wonder if he would like, you have more info for me, but he seems pretty resolved in like what he has to do now, which is give his life to Rhaenyra. So I'm cool with it because if y'all ain't gonna do nothing with Daemon, like, go ahead and kill him. If someone else said you'll die. Yeah, Alice said that to Daemon.
Oh, did Alice say that to Daemon?
She said that when they were at the tree or at Harrenhal. Alice said
Midnight did say the God's Eye is next to Harrenhal too. So is that like a Daemon and Aemon clash?
Because I think I said that earlier.
Well,
like,
don't answer that.
Because I say that's what like I'm cool with Daemon because I feel like if the payoff is gonna be him leaving Luigi's mansion, knowing exactly what he has to do, and Rhaenyra letting him show up the way he needs to show up, and he's gonna serve a purpose that only he can serve, which is probably giving her Aemon, which is what she wants. So I mean that totally makes sense that they'll die in a battle, and I know they better make that battle good as fuck.
Please, 2 of the most vicious people in this show going head to head.
Had a whole episode.
I want to see Caraxes.
That's what I'm saying. I want to be holding my breath, just watching them fight. I don't care. A few cutaways is cool. Even if y'all want to cut away a few times for what's going on in the battle and other, like kind of when they did the big battle in Game of Thrones, where you like cut to Dany and Jon over here, and then you cut back to Grey Worm and them. I don't mind, like if y'all do that. So, but it better be good. It better be fucking good.
Yeah, I mean, because we've seen Caraxes breathe fire on people and stuff, but I want to see Caraxes battle of the dragon. I just know that's gonna be good.
Vhagar big ass too.
We've seen Vhagar enough, but yeah, I do.
How? What would be the plan of attack fighting her big ass?
Bitch, I'm just literally my brain. Like, if this is Vhagar coming towards you and this is Caraxes, I just see Caraxes being like, just maneuvering all around him with his long ass neck.
That's what I'm like thinking. Does he like choke people out and bite their necks? Like, that's crazy. Like, how else will you beat Vhagar big ass? Like,
I just feel like Caraxes would be quicker.
Spear throwing 101. We need that.
We did see Melee's. Is it Melee's? Yeah, Melee's scratching and like clawing at his belly, and that was doing some damage. So I could only imagine like Caraxes just like being so agile and just like ripping his ass up. Yeah, of course, blowing fire.
That'd be so cute. He said the books are trash, but why does the show have Helena predicting everything that happens instead? They do need to do more showing, not telling. Definitely, just like a writing 101 in the show. For instance, they need to do a lot more showing and not telling. Once again, we missed a lot of development of people off screen, and that's unfortunate.
It is.
Yeah. They need to blow the whole budget on writing in one show of battles. Don't even waste money on sea battles. Just blow Corliss ship up, honey, and keep it pushing. I'm so sick of Corliss.
I love, what was that? And in one of the seasons where Tyrion pretty much blew up all them ships with wildfire.
Yeah,
let's do something quick like that.
A quick drive by, like can Helena just drive by or something?
And light their ass up and keep it moving.
And keep it pushing. Because really, I don't care about. I hate sea battle. I really hate sea battles.
Yeah, same.
I really don't care. I hate watching people on ships fight. I'd be like, they're gonna crash into each other, jump on the ships, and yell. Like, it's just so annoying. Helena gonna drive by backwards. I hate fuck. Oh my god, yes. But all in all, very underwhelming season finale. Especially.
Oh, I mean, we did get our little montage at the end. So we see Damon's forces. Right, Damon's forces coming down. We saw Otto was locked up. Apparently, that was confusing to me.
Which is like, didn't Aegon ask for him to be his hand like 3 episodes ago?
He did, but it kind of makes sense now why he wasn't responding, because they was mentioning how like Helena was writing to him and he was never responding. So that kind of makes sense. I don't know. All we see is him in a, like, he's waking up all disheveled and shit in a cage. So somebody has him. I don't think Alicent knows. I don't think Aemon knows. This is maybe it's somebody we haven't even seen yet.
Who fired him? Aegon fired him and made Christian Cole his hand. So
yeah, and he sent him back to I forgot the name of their place. Old Town? I don't know. Somewhere. He sent him back to their where her son was, didn't he? Midnight, you know.
All these off-screen happenings, people's in towns. Show me the town.
They sent him back to where they came from.
Show me the town, and then it exists to me.
That we got that part.
It was like, bitch, that's not in the season reveal. This is like, I have no context of why I should fucking care.
Yeah, I'm not yet anyway.
That's why it just feels like they're doing it backwards. Y'all are showing me stuff that if I have not read the books, I would not care about. Instead of giving me any reason to have put this together or even be wondering like, okay, yeah, I'm rambled. And there's so much stuff they ramble off that I just don't remember hearing, because they're just constantly telling you stuff and not showing you. And I'm like not holding on to like things. Oh, in conversation, someone rambled off that he's not answering. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels like they're just saying a lot of stuff, so you're missing so much. Like, I'm sure there's so many details I've missed because they're just saying it instead of showing it. And then I glaze over. Oh, it was brought up in a roundtable meeting. Every fucking episode.
Yeah.
These roundtable meetings are just like lazy writing, so y'all can
exposition dump
and not show us anything. So I don't know.
So I mean, are y'all excited? Let's get excited for season 3 in 2 years.
I'm gonna be excited to see more dragons. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always going to be excited to see dragons. I am excited though, because I hear that they're going to be doing the Doom of Valyria, but animated.
Okay.
And you know what? I'll take that, because
I will take it. Y'all need to animate the shit if that's what y'all can handle, honestly.
Right. I mean, just the amount of dragons that's in Valyria, you kind of have to. I don't think they'll ever have the budget for that.
I'm an anime stan, so you're not gonna have me really upset about something being animated if it's done.
Make it like Castlevania.
Ooh, yes.
That would be really
good. So good. They need to get them on that.
Yeah.
But anyway, I did hear Last of Us season 2 is coming. What, 2025?
Sooner than we think. I think early 2025 too.
Okay, I'm ready.
The Last of Us 2 premiere.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff coming that I'm very excited about. So
I said it's to be determined, but definitely 2025. So never mind.
Come on, it's time. Let's go.
It's damn near time. I want more Pedro Pascal on my screen.
Yes,
I can't wait to see Ellie.
Because he has a movie coming out. They announced that D23, Grogu and the Mandalorian has a movie that's going to be coming out in 2026. Oh, dope. So I'm very excited about that. Oh, I'm gonna get my whole life. So yeah.
You know what? They should do to really spice up season 3? They need to make Miss Netta a Valerian.
Miss Netta.
Put Miss Netta in there.
Get up. Okay, y'all.
Vagar, your lunch is ready.
It's so great doing this show with y'all. Next week. I hate you so much. Next fucking week. What we supposed to be doing?
Are we watching the movie? Watching Queen of the Damned?
We gonna do Queen of the Damned first since Starless Stat came out.
I don't know. I'm just trying to stall from watching Interview with a Vampire.
I'm gonna have to come
Queen
up
of the Damned.
Have to I need an edible. So I'm gonna fall asleep.
You said I need an edible.
I'm at the house just watching it by myself. I'm gonna fall asleep on stream. Y'all gonna see it. We were struggling last time. We were struggling.
I don't think we'll struggle as hard with Queen of the Damned, even though it's
not Queen of the Damned.
No. Oh yeah, with Interview with a Vampire. Yeah, maybe we might need to plan something for that. Y'all want to see us on shrooms, sitting on the couch watching that?
You're not getting me to do shrooms.
We had some good commentary.
We would have to watch what they call it. That show I be watching, Smiling Friends. If we gonna be on shrooms, I want to watch Smiling Friends.
I don't know what that is, but it sounds creepy.
It's weird, but that's the only thing I want to watch on shrooms. Y'all no, Twan knows this.
Well, hey, I'm down. Y'all got to convince her.
Get some good kush. Y'all at best, y'all give me to get some good kush. That's about it. Why don't you want to watch the IWTV movie? Oh, Petals came out to it.
Because we started it being very optimistic watching it. And I've seen Interview with a Vampire twice in my youth. I did not see it with adult eyes. And when I tell you I was bored to tears, I cannot express that enough. I was so bored.
We watched it together on stream.
We did, but we didn't even, we cut it off.
Yeah, we cut it off for two reasons. We watched it right after you had work. You were already kind of tired. And then we didn't want spoilers for season 2. So we cut it off at the halfway point.
That's right. I forget those were also playing into it. I was tired, and you're right. We actively said once we got to the part with
spoilers. Yeah.
I
was like, oh, they cover both seasons. So then I was
outside of because did we even get to Kristen Dunst?
We got.
She's my highlight. She's my highlight of the whole movie. I love every scene she's in.
I guess basically we got to where they kind of went their separate ways. Did we get to Paris? I think he had just got to wherever Antonio Banderas was.
I do not remember. Well, we're gonna give it another try. Just because I don't really necessarily want to watch it, don't mean we're not going to. And hey, with more context, I might be way more into it. You never know. But when I did watch it, girl, I was over it.
We definitely was
it's just because we seen we got these amazing representations of these characters, and it's so hard to go back. What Kamala said, we will not go back.
We will not go back. Well, if we ever run out of stuff to watch, we'll watch Boys Love on stream, or we'll read Wattpad stories of what we say we was gonna read. IWTV. Fan stories,
fan fictions.
Yeah, we gonna read fan fictions. So if we run out of content, that's what we finna be doing. So I hope y'all ready. But anyway, we will see y'all next week. It's been 2 hours. Fuck you, House of the Dragons season finale for long stroking, leaving us with blue balls.
Ooh, I'm talking about long stroking, whispering sweet nothings in my ear just to let me down.
Well, I don't know what a killing stalking anime is. Leave it in. Put it in the comments. I'm in the stream.
I love horror anime. Yeah, put it in the
Is
comments.
it a horror anime or because Perfect Blue is fine?
Or thriller maybe?
Because I feel like Perfect Blue was like it.
Perfect Blue was really good.
She was So I have. But anyway, bye y'all. Have a good week. We'll see y'all next week. Bye.